in my game. I'm who they hate. This shit come with the fame. That's
Hey y'all, welcome back to my business. Hey y'all, this is Y'all Made It My Business, episode 13. This is kind of a part 2 of episode 13 because I want to talk about the new YouTube updates, and a lot of people are upset. And this is just what YouTube has put out as their new update. So we're going to go ahead and watch that, and then we're going to talk about it. So the monetization thresholds right now are 500 subscribers, 3,000 watch hours for, I think, the basic part of it, and then the next part is 1,000 subscribers, 4,000 watch hours for the full monetization. Okay, now it's gonna be, I'm pretty sure, 1,000 subscribers, and the next part is going to double, which you will see.
There are new eligibility requirements you'll need to know. There are also changes to the way the Shorts creator pool is being distributed. And we're introducing new revenue streams like Premium Lite and targeted incentive programs. With these changes, our total investment in creators remains unchanged. In fact, we expect to pay even more to creators in 2027 than we did in 2026. Let's walk through what's changing. First, we're updating the YouTube Partner Program entry requirements that unlock ads and premium revenue sharing for new creators. While YouTube has grown to billions of monthly viewers, the YPP entry thresholds have remained mostly unchanged.
I think there's been a few, of course, YouTube is like 20 years old now, so there's been a few changes over the years, going from 500 subs to 1,000 to 4,000 watch hours, or 3,000 watch hours to 4,000. So what they're doing is they're doubling it, making it not harder, but raising the requirement when it comes to the threshold of watch hours and subscribers so that you are able to unlock full monetization. Now, there have been a lot of comments circulating that are like, this is not YouTube beginner friendly, I guess. In my opinion, you need to find what works for you in terms of a YouTube video. Once you find what works for you, the views will come in as they should.
To reflect the growth of YouTube, starting February 1st, 2027, entry thresholds for new creators are 1,000 subscribers and either 8,000 qualified watch hours in the last 12 months, or 20 million qualified Shorts views in the last 90 days.
Okay, so I did the math, y'all. You have 174 days. If you don't want to count today, you have 173 days to get fully monetized before the requirements are raised from 4,000 watch hours for full monetization to 8,000 watch hours. I do like that they didn't change the subscriber amount, because I think you can get subscribers quick. It's the watch hours that you really need to focus on. And for Shorts, personally, I feel like Shorts are way more complicated and they're a lot harder to actually get those views for. And just because you get a view on a video doesn't mean they're going to count towards your monetization. And that's what I really wanted to talk about as someone who is growing and working towards monetization, but also looking at the metrics and the analytics of my views. Just because you get 1,200 views on a video doesn't mean all those 1,200 views are actually going to count towards your watch hours. Views and watch hours are completely different. Watch hours are kind of like how long the person watches throughout your videos. So sometimes I have a video that does, 2,300 views, but I only get 300 watch hours that count towards the monetization. So it varies. You can have a video that does 15,000 but only get a minimum of 150 watch hours. So it really depends. And like I said, once you find what really works for you, the watch hours are going to roll in pretty quickly, and you're going to start to say to yourself, oh my gosh, this is actually something that I can do. So I wouldn't really focus too much on the subscribers, but more so the watch hours. And once you find your videos and your minimum watch hours for your number of views, then it'll start to make more sense.
If you're already in YPP, your status is not impacted by this update. There are no changes to the eligibility requirements for fan funding, YouTube creator partnerships, or YouTube shopping.
Okay, I like that once you're in it's not going to change. So it's not like this has to be kept up almost. It's like, let's say you're worried about having those 4,000 watch hours and then all of a sudden it changes. All you have to do is get to that threshold, apply, and then get approved. And then from there, it's not like a minimum every month or every year. Once you're in, you're in, according to this that they did their update on. Now, the fan funding, creator partnership, shopping, I've seen that in a lot of videos, and that happens once you're monetized, that you're able to earn a commission off of those shoppings or partnerships or whatever. Now, there is a downside to this, because if you're not monetized, YouTube is still able to run ads. You're just not able to collect the revenue off of those ads. So this is where it's getting a little bit of a discrepancy. This is where people are disagreeing with this update. But again, YouTube's been around for 20 years. There's no competing apps that we've seen. So this just happens when there are upwards of millions, hundreds of thousands of millions of people using a platform. There's going to be updates like this. So one thing I also wanted to mention, we'll watch this, then I'll mention it.
Earn ads and premium revenue share for shorts each month. Creators will need to maintain 10 million qualified shorts views over the last 90 days. If your business is already seeing similar shorts views, this change is unlikely to impact your earnings. Importantly, this update will not impact your overall YPP status, nor will it impact...
I do want to look more into that, because I'm not really understanding if for this one you have to maintain those views in order to get monetized, or if it's you actually, for a shorts channel specifically, they have to maintain those for the 90 days. I'm not sure about that one, so I will definitely look into that more because I'm curious. But let's say you're at 1 million views on day 1, and then day 91 you get another 1 million views. Those first million don't count from what we're getting. So that's another thing. I think the requirement in those 90 days is what's getting people for the shorts specifically. But I've also seen that there are a lot of channels that I'm understanding that are not understanding how they will hit that threshold if it's not within that amount of time.
Video ads. While you'll need to meet minimum thresholds to earn ads and premium revenue share for shorts, we're also adding new targeted incentive programs to ensure creators have more ways to earn, especially those just starting out. These programs will include things like bonuses for YouTube shopping, incentives for brand deals, and earnings boosts for cultural trend activations. They're designed to reward you based on things like your growth and engagement rates.
So I think that's good. However, I don't think newer YouTubers are going to have to worry about that, because I don't think if they don't hit that monetization threshold, then they're not going to be able to even earn the bonuses. So I think for what we're doing here, the main takeaways from these new updates is pretty much, these are just ad formats and terms in studio, things like that. So like I said, main takeaways, you have 173 days to monetize your channel on YouTube before these new thresholds go into effect. The 1,000 subscribers and 8,000 watch hours, or 1,000 subscribers and now 20 million short views. And remember, they have to count towards your monetization. It can't just be like, and that's 173 days that you have, you put that work in, and from there, just focus on your platform, how you're growing. And then the smaller creators that are unable to reach those thresholds before February 1st, I would really say try out different videos. It's not going to hurt. And you never know what can happen. The video you think that is not going to do well at all could be the one video that changes your life. So that's my advice on the new YouTube update and the new partner program. And everybody wants that life where you don't have to worry about anything because you post a video and it's, helping you out. But it is work. And I've seen some people that are saying, you know, they've been on YouTube for years and years and years. Sometimes your passion is not what people want to see. Sometimes it's you going out and eating, or, you know, whatever your niche may be. Sometimes it's not always going to start out by you liking what you do. Sometimes you got to do something you don't like to fund the things you do. So that's my thoughts on the new updates. I'm not really mad at it. I think it's definitely a challenge for people, but that is just that. So I also forgot to mention that they will be looking at creators who take long breaks over the course of their creations. So like 6 months, they're going to look at your content more closely, and there will be repercussions to that. So that is another thing to watch out for with these updates. Thank you guys for coming to my little breakout of Y'all Made It My Business on episode 13. We're going to get back to our regular scheduled programming, y'all.
I knew that I made it. I woke up looking this good. I'm in my prime. These niggas gotta get played. If these